So we stopped here at a little cabin along the way. This is a village just outside the castle. I'll take some time to show you around here. This is something we talked about, is a kind of an economy, or looking at some form of trade or some system like that. So we had a grocery, and it wasn't very well developed, but there's kind of the early development of some sort of economy and trading, and advertising, of course. And in here, another just miscellaneous room, of course, with a bed and a chest. So there are several different locations that people can settle down and relax. Not sure if the villagers might take these as cabins of their own, but let's head over the bridge here. We also have horses, as you've noticed before, and here's a place where I can pick up another horse. But this is the training facility, or the horse stables. There to the right is the inn. It's the Golden Carrot Inn. You'll see here at the sign as well as pictured, but the Golden Carrot. We'll stop in here for a little while. Normal inn. And here's the ATM. So here's that carrot and apple I had placed in at the other inn. So that will follow you anywhere you go, anywhere there's an ATM to pick it up. But here's, I think, a good decor for this type of inn. And travel up to this upstairs. There's kind of a long, narrow hallway and several little bedrooms. Sometimes 2, 3 beds. Places just to rest real quick after a long journey. Nice view of the city. Spend a small coin in order to have safe rest at the Golden Carrot. And then have a drink and then be on your way and on to new adventures. Now here we have various potatoes. We've got wheat, carrots. Well, I think maybe just potatoes and carrots. Radishes perhaps, but you get a little bit of a typical farm. You have a windmill over here. Doesn't really move or anything, but just a big windmill for, of course, near the farm. And here's where it would grind the wheat into bread. And in reality, you'll have to use a crafting table to change it to bread. And this, perhaps there'll be a mod or a future update sometime when they'll actually let us turn that windmill, but nothing now. Now here, these look like untrained horses, so but we did identify their speed and health, and something I think to do with their spotting or the way they look is supposed to give an indication. So lots of different horses here, yet to be trained. So I won't pick one up from that. But down below, animals at your leisure. So these were animals potentially for sale. Another thing that the economy might have taken off had we spent more time on it here. And heading back here is once you do select a horse that you're interested in. And here's the levels of horses, and again, kind of what sales are available. Honored system right now. I think I'll show you a little bit later the bank and what we were trying to work out as a system of selling. So we got gray gold, a mule with some saddlebags. Oh, I forget how to get into that. Oh. Maybe you hold shift and there we go. So you can store your goods there and take the donkey along to carry the things you need. It doesn't look like this one has a name, but it does have a saddle. So let's take it for a ride. Ooh. All right. No, I'm not very good at this, but I think this was something to do with jumping. There we go. So maybe gauging how far you can jump, which one. Maybe if I am better at this, I can't imagine you'd make it over the blue one, but I'm having a hard enough time just getting over this yellow. So, but then also we can do a little bit of a speed test here. There was a metric of counting a redstone or something in the background. I'm not really sure what the story was with that, but notice a flashing light and something is happening here. I'm not entirely sure with this dispenser and an item hopper. Okay, let's head back, and maybe there was something at the end that those hoppers may give you an indication of your speed. If there would be a chest or somewhere around here. But that might indicate how many things were dispensed between, or how long it took you to reach the end of the track, and the dispenser is going to put it in dirt for the number of times. But I don't know the end destination here. It seems to just sit there. Maybe it's full. But I didn't build it, so I'm just demonstrating what it is. But this was a horse training or testing facilities and barn here. So I will put the horse aside, and we've got many other things to tour, and when I need to take a long ride, I know where to find you. Well, walk right in, why don't you? So we'll leave this barn alone. So no breeding or purchase of horse. Okay, I'll read this. To preserve carefully crafted breed lines and my source of income, no breeding of purchased horses. So again, the economy metric is trying to make its way in. Who knows whether or not some rogues would decide to do other illegal activities. But as we head back up here, you have an additional little cabin over here. I don't think there's much to this other than just kind of another location, a vacant building, and kind of a corner storefront. So you never know what you want to bring in. Maybe a bakery or something like that. Over here we have either a blacksmith, I believe. Yep. And yeah, just what do you want to build? What do you want to make? All these wonderful things of iron. And then a place to sleep for the smith himself. A good decor, a creeper picture, and whatever that is. But yeah, so trying to make it distinct as to what it has. I believe there is a smokestack up above so that you can see the smoke billowing out. Now I know there are also campfires now too, so we can maybe make that a little more realistic. But we're not present at the time when these came in. So here was some of the trading. So I guess, yeah, there were villagers that would be placed here, and you can trade with them. Sometimes they just wanted to be antisocial and not want to talk to you, especially at night, I think. So they're closed up for the night, no trading now, but that was where we'd maybe put the villagers. So back to the golden carrot. So that means we can head up above here. Oh yes, and one other thing over here is potential future dock. Yeah, I'm always wanting that one ship mod where we can maybe make big ships and send off into the distance. Now, I don't believe there was anything underwater here, but there is something light, so I want to look at that. Don't think this is anything we made. I could be wrong. Oh, a mine shaft. All right, well, so you know, I guess there is some mine shafts out there, and a good time to find them might be at night. So anyway, back here, and yes, I know the castle is looming. That will probably be the tour for next time. We'll just wrap up this village tour as we're going around here. We've got a bit of storefronts over here, so you'll note here is stone and gold. Lots of different things for trade, storage facilities here. Check if there's anything downstairs. I think it's mostly the same. What do we have here? Where does this go? Down to the sewers. So a little bit of a shaft that goes from one end to another, and draining along the way, and of course from one of the lakes in the main village. Screws on through here. There's not much more to see, just from one end to another. Although, and maybe I will take this route, you may be able to find your way up. Yes, come out just below the castle. So there is a secret way in there, and I'll try to find it later. But so that there's not much else there. You can see there's an upstairs, a bedroom. There's a rooftop terrace. Nice place to explore there. And what do we have here? For rent, a vacant unit here for your occupancy. Open up your own store, as mentioned before, bakery, whatever you choose. So here's kind of a dual door entrance. So if you put in one piece of coal here, it will dispense somewhere whatever it's asking for here. So let's maybe even grab a piece of iron. If I can remember where those are. Here we go. So one piece of iron. Put it in. Ka-ching. And I may need to go down below. Yes. Maybe can I access it from here? No. Go over here. Access my obsidian. Or maybe that wasn't exactly how it was supposed to go. I want to say I felt it was supposed to kick it out somewhere, but that might be even the loading zone. To go down below here, maybe this is it. Oh, there's where my iron went. Have a music box. Something's happening with that. I don't know if it was timing. But yeah, then we have other things potentially for sale. So this was kind of as we were starting, trying to figure out some logic as to maybe make a bank. Obviously, we'd have to make it something you couldn't destroy things, otherwise people would be robbing the bank all the time. Here's an exchange. So let's go in more of an example for one gold block for one iron. That's gold block, which is pretty significant. Here we'll take, I believe, 9 iron in order to use that. Oh, where'd it go? Blink. And there we have a diamond. So that's kind of a cool exchange. Don't think that everything's kind of built underground here. So yeah, if you weren't able to destroy blocks, maybe in adventure mode, you'd be able to utilize that fuller. But everything's built down below there. Do have a little horse stable back here with a mule and Chance, the horse. Oh, well, that's the end of the tour of the village outside the castle. Next time we will go take a look at the castle, and then we have more along the King's Road. So, with that, till next time, friend.